Shalom, my friends. Tonight, let us speak about something people think about every day: money. Some chase it, some fear it, some worship it, some destroy their lives trying to obtain it. But in the Torah, money is viewed differently, not as evil, not as God, but as a test, a responsibility, a tool that reveals human character. Because according to ancient Jewish wisdom, money does not simply change people, it exposes them. So tonight, let us explore what the Torah truly teaches about money: wealth, work, generosity, greed, and the deeper meaning behind financial success. And perhaps by the end of this discussion, you will never look at money the same way again. Many people believe spirituality and wealth cannot exist together. But the Torah does not teach that money itself is evil. In fact, throughout Jewish history, honest business, trade, craftsmanship, and financial responsibility were respected. The problem was never money itself. The problem was obsession, greed, pride, dishonesty. In Jewish teaching, money is like fire. Fire can cook food or burn down a house. Money can build schools or destroy families. It depends on the person holding it. That is why Jewish wisdom focuses less on having money and more on how money changes your behavior. Because wealth reveals character, the Torah teaches deep respect for honest work. A person who works with discipline, integrity, and effort is respected. In Jewish tradition, laziness is dangerous because it weakens the mind, spirit, and community. There is an ancient idea: if there is no work, there is no dignity. This does not mean every person becomes rich, but it means effort itself matters. Building, creating, contributing, these things give meaning to life. And psychologically, this creates a powerful mindset. Work becomes more than survival. It becomes purpose. King Solomon, one of the wisest figures in Jewish tradition, spoke often about wealth. But he warned people constantly: money without wisdom becomes destruction. A foolish person with wealth can ruin relationships, family, health, and peace of mind. That is why Jewish teaching places wisdom above riches, because wisdom protects wealth. Without wisdom, even large fortunes disappear quickly, and history proves this again and again. Many inherit money. Few know how to preserve it. One of the strongest financial principles in Judaism is tzedakah, charity. But this idea is often misunderstood. In Jewish tradition, charity is not simply kindness. It is responsibility. The belief is simple: if you have extra while others suffer, you are responsible for helping. This creates a completely different relationship with wealth. Money becomes connected to morality, to compassion, to justice, and psychologically, generous people often develop healthier relationships with money because they control wealth. Instead of allowing wealth to control them, the Torah repeatedly warns against greed. Why? Because greed blinds people. Greedy people are never satisfied. No amount is enough. And eventually, greed destroys judgment. People lie for money, betray for money, destroy families for money. But Jewish wisdom teaches something powerful. A rich person is not the one who owns the most. A rich person is the one content with what they have. That idea is revolutionary in the modern world because modern society constantly teaches dissatisfaction. Buy more, show more, consume more. But endless desire creates endless emptiness. The Torah teaches patience and long-term responsibility. Farmers rested land during the sabbatical year. Families planned for future generations. Parents taught children values and discipline. This mindset created long-term thinking, and long-term thinking is one of the greatest financial advantages in life. Most people destroy their future for temporary pleasure, but disciplined people sacrifice temporary comfort for future stability. This is true in saving, investing, business, health, and relationships. Patience compounds, just like money compounds. Jewish teachings also speak seriously about debt and responsibility. Borrowing carelessly can create stress, dependency, and loss of freedom. The Torah emphasizes honesty, fairness, and responsibility in financial dealings. A person's word mattered deeply. Trust mattered deeply because communities survive through trust. And once trust disappears, everything weakens, even business itself. Perhaps one of the deepest teachings is this: money is never supposed to replace family, faith, or meaning. A person can become rich, yet spiritually empty. A person can become successful, yet lonely. The Torah constantly reminds people, do not sacrifice your soul chasing the world, because eventually every human being realizes something. Money can buy comfort, but it cannot buy peace. It cannot buy wisdom. It cannot buy love, and it cannot buy time. So what is the purpose of wealth according to Jewish wisdom? To create stability, to help others, to support family, to build community, to preserve dignity, to create opportunity. Money becomes meaningful when connected to purpose. Without purpose, wealth becomes addiction. With purpose, wealth becomes blessing. So, my friends, what does the Torah teach about money? Work honestly, avoid greed, think long-term, help others, protect your integrity, value wisdom above wealth. Because money itself is neither holy nor evil. It is simply power, and power always reveals the human heart. Thank you for listening. Shalom